Next topic in the physiology of digestion is digestion in the small intestine. The immediate part after the stomach is the small intestine. Stomach, then there is a curved U-shaped structure. Then it is a small intestine. Small intestine containing three parts. The first part is called duodenum. Second part is the jejunum. The third part in the small intestine is called ileum. So the small intestine, the first part is duodenum. Duodenum is the one of the U-shaped structure. From the stomach, the semi-solid or semi-digested food is called chyme. Chyme enters into the duodenum. The semi-solid chyme, the total chyme never enters directly into the duodenum. A small portion of the chyme enters into the duodenum. There is a valve regulating the entry of chyme into the duodenum. This is called pyloric sphincter. Pyloric sphincter regulates the movement or entry of the chyme into the duodenum. After entering into the duodenum, the semi-solid chyme is mixed with two types of juices. One is, so here duodenum is mixed with bile juice and also pancreatic juice. So duodenum is the part where it is receiving two types of the juices from the two different glands. One is liver or gallbladder and second is the pancreas. Liver secretes bile juice. Liver is the organ present in the digestive system but cannot participate in the digestion because enzymes are absent in the bile juice. That's why it cannot digest any food materials, but the bile salts are present and those bile salts are responsible for emulsification of the fats. The bulk fats are breaks into the smallest fat globules only. Means fats are divided into smallest fat droplets, that is called emulsification. It is not called digestion, the breaking of fat molecules. That's why the bile juice cannot participate in the digestion because there is no enzymes. The gland present in the digestive system but cannot participate in the digestion, that gland is called liver. So liver containing a gallbladder. Gallbladder stores the bile juice. This is the bile juice. So pancreas, a leaf-like gland present in the digestive system. Pancreas secretes pancreatic juice. Liver secretes bile juice. These two juices they are enters into the duodenum, means chyme mixed with bile juice and pancreatic juice. And in the small intestine, jejunum and ileum, two places are there. In the jejunum and ileum, intestinal juice is created. The intestinal juice or the intestinal fluid for digestion of the food materials is collectively known as succus entericus. Intestinal juice. Succus entericus. The pH of the succus entericus is 7.8. The pH of the succus entericus is 7.8. So, in the small intestine, the bile juice, pancreatic juice, intestinal juice, that is succus entericus, all are acts on the food material. That is why the food is completely digested in the small intestine. The action of bile juice. Bile juice containing bile salts. So, fats are emulsified in presence of bile salts. These emulsified salts, these emulsified fats are converted into diglycerides by the action of lipase present in the succus entericus, and these diglycerides in the presence of once again lipase, they are converted into monoglycerides. These monoglycerides further converted into fatty acids and glycerol in the presence of lipase. Fatty acids and glycerols are the end products of the fat digestion in the small intestine. Next topic, the digestion of proteins in the small intestine. So the complexity of proteins like this. Proteins are very much complex materials, and proteins are converted into proteases, then converted into peptones, then converted into tripeptides, then converted into dipeptides, then they are converted to amino acids. Already we know that proteins are made up of amino acids. So every amino acid containing a carboxylic group and a amino group is removed. Water is removed between the two amino acids and then forms a bond. So here NH is there and here CO is there. So CONH bond is called peptide bond. So the CONH bond is called peptide bond. One peptide bond present between the two amino acids. This is called monopeptides. These are called monopeptides. If it is a dipeptide, amino acid 1 peptide bond, amino acid 2 another peptide bond, this is the amino acid 3, and lastly this is the amino acid 4. So Four amino acids collectively forms or produces one, two, three peptide bonds. So now it is called tripeptide. Tripeptides are, if the bond is removed, these three are called dipeptides. Dipeptides are converted into monopeptide. Monopeptide bond also, if removed, cleaved, they are converted into amino acids. That's why the proteins first converted into small chains, that's called proteases. Proteases are somewhat complex than the peptones, and the peptones are breaks into small chains with four amino acids, that is called tripeptides. Tripeptides are converted into dipeptides. Dipeptides are converted into monopeptides. Monopeptides are modified into the single amino acids. This is called the breakdown of or digestion of proteins present in the small intestine by the action of pancreatic juice and intestinal juice. Pancreatic juice. Pancreatic juice containing the following proteolytic enzymes: carboxypeptidase and aminopeptidase. Proteins and proteases and peptones. These three are converted into tripeptides and dipeptides. Proteins, proteases, peptones in the presence of trypsin, chymotrypsin, carboxypeptidase, aminopeptidase, they are converted into tripeptides and dipeptides. Tripeptides undergo dipeptides and amino acids. The dipeptides are converted into amino acids in the presence of dipeptidase. The role of intestinal juice in the small intestine. The intestinal juice is called succus entericus. It contains a major active enzyme that is called enterokinase, and the intestinal juice containing inactive enzymes trypsinogen, chymotrypsinogen, procarboxypeptidases. So here enterokinase converts trypsinogen into trypsin, chymotrypsinogen into chymotrypsin, procarboxypeptidase into carboxypeptidase. So the succus entericus converts inactive enzymes into active enzymes. Here trypsinogen, second one chymotrypsinogen, third one procarboxypeptidase. Trypsinogen in the presence of enterokinase, it converted into trypsin. Trypsin further converted the trypsinogen into trypsin, that is called autocatalysis. Trypsin converts chymotrypsinogen into chymotrypsin. Last one, Procarboxypeptidase is converted into carboxypeptidase. Digestion of carbohydrates. The pancreatic amylase converts carbohydrates into glucose and fructose. Means carbohydrates in the presence of pancreatic amylase converted into disaccharides. That means polysaccharides are converted into disaccharides. Carbohydrates converted into maltose, sucrose, lactose. So this is the carbohydrates are called polysaccharides. Whereas the maltose, sucrose, lactose are called disaccharides.